Take it to the candy shop. A little my lollipop. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Chelsea transfer. Well, no, not transfer deadline day. It is the ownership deadline day. The bids, it's now closed. The final bids have been coming through. It is mad, ladies and gentlemen. It is all mad. The biggest and the greatest club is being sought out by almost every single investors out there. It is absolutely going wild. All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin. Welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. It has been an absolute madness in the last 24 hours, probably in the last 12 hours. Many new bidders coming through, people creating consortium left, right, and center. We've got the latest for you guys. We're going to go through all the major sort of bids that have materialized in the last 12 hours or so, and really walk through who could be a possible contender to ultimately getting Chelsea Football Club. And look, there's apparently close to 30 bids that have been made, and there's a lot that we don't know, to be honest, because it just simply hasn't materialized in social media. But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get straight into this. First of all, exclusive, CNP Sports Group and Hana Financial Group are bidding. Catalina Kim, CNP CEO, we are preparing our bid. There has never been investment into a top-tier football club made by South Korea capital before. It is time for a change. They are putting down the gauntlet and they're setting up the standard right here. This is Catalina Kim, ladies and gentlemen, the CNP CEO. And the interesting part is, ladies and gentlemen, we'll show you right here. We'll just go through this one first. South Korean group that I reported on this afternoon. There we go. This is the interesting part. This afternoon, I'm joining Nick Candy's takeover bid, according to Sky News. Nick Candy, ladies and gentlemen, this guy's not messing around. This guy is desperate for Chelsea. I thought he was sort of a bit of a PR stunt, but looks like now he's joined forces and he's created a consortium with the South Korean group for CNP Sports Group and Hana Financials. Nick Candy has joined with them to create a consortium, and their consortium, ladies and gentlemen, is called the Blue Football Consortium. I mean, it's all mad out there. They're actually creating names for these sort of things. So Nick Candy's consortium name, the Blue Football Consortium. It's got a nice touch to it, doesn't it? The Blue Football Consortium. I mean, if you guys had a consortium, what would you guys name it? Think about it. Let me know in the comment section below. I would love to know what your consortium name would be for Chelsea Football Club. Nick Candy, spokesperson, I can confirm that the two South Korean firms, Hana Financial Group and CNP Sports Group, are a significant part of Mr. Candy's global consortium of investors. Their involvement is representative of Chelsea's global brand and huge loyal fan base in Asia. I kid you not, ladies and gentlemen. I've not been to South Korea, but I've been to Singapore and Malaysia in the last probably 10, 15 years. And I kid you not, the sort of exposure Chelsea has in Asia is mad. And I've already told you, in my home country in Bangladesh and in the subcontinent in India, Bangladesh, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Nepal, the brand, the exposure Chelsea has is incredible. So in Asia, it's actually huge fan base of Chelsea. And this is what I said. Chelsea is a global brand, and I'm not surprised that there are so many people out there looking to bid for Chelsea. So many big firms with a lot of money looking to go out there. They've said that this particular South Korean group, their net worth is somewhere around 10 billion, and they've got assets over a crazy amount of assets. I think it's written over here. There we go. 10.7 billion net worth and 432 billion in assets. So it's huge, ladies and gentlemen. Nick Candy's bid is in. It's more than 2 billion. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. This is breaking, by the way. This is literally, I found this a minute before we've started recording this. This is the latest. As you know, the bidding timeline, the deadline is now closed, and this was made just before it was closed. Nick Candy's bid is in. It's worth more than 2 billion. But there are other contenders out there we'll get to very soon that have bid way more than 2 billion, close to 3 billion as well. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, Clear Lake Capital has joined up with Todd Boehly's consortium. They have roughly 60 billion in assets, Sky News has learned. So we've talked about Todd Boehly, the American consortium, joining forces with the Swiss owner Hans York. So they've now added another, personnel in their team. So they had, I think his name is Jack Goldstein, if I'm correct, or Jonathan Goldstein, something like that. Jack or Jonathan, the Spurs owner. Now they've also added Clear Lake Capital into the mix. So, look, ladies and gentlemen, we need to take Todd Boehly's consortium quite serious. And then there's a lot of, not hatred, but I suppose a lot of people are writing them off from the get-go. And I don't think that's probably a good thing. I know there's a whole heap of precedents when you look at other clubs like Arsenal and so on and so forth, and people get a bit worried about US owners, Man United as well. But Todd Boehly, I don't know if we should disregard him from the get-go. They've got a proper plan. They run very successful sporting clubs in USA. I think Todd Boehly runs LA Dodgers. And they've got a clear plan. They've got the plan for the stadium. They've got plans to have fans part of the board, which, look, for me, it's not the biggest deal, but it is something different, and it is something, I suppose, proactive in the sense that they want the fans to be involved in some parts of the decision making. Obviously, not all the parts, but some parts, making fans feel inclusive as opposed to making them feel away from the whole situation. So, look, I wouldn't disregard Todd Boehly. I think under Todd Boehly, we could, hopefully, if it's the case, have something like the Liverpool situation where, smart scouts, smart way to spend money, and, we become self-sustainable. Obviously, my preference is the Saudi owners. We'll get to them very, very soon, ladies and gentlemen. Exclusive, Todd Boehly has provided proof to Raine he can become the new Chelsea owner in just 2 weeks. Look, time is in the essence, ladies and gentlemen. We need a new owner pronto. And if we can have someone in within 2 weeks, it just helps us out massively. And we've got the 2 weeks break at the moment coming up with the international break. If we can go into the Brentford game, moving into the Champions League games with a new owner, that would be the perfect case scenario. But look, this is the case. They're saying that they can move in within 2 weeks. Oak Tree Capital and Saudi Media Group have been linked with moves, but there was no word on either on Friday afternoon. Matt Law, ladies and gentlemen, he loves Todd Boehly. He's fighting for Todd Boehly's end. And Nizar Kinsella is going for the Saudi owners. Here we go, the bad boy, my man. Saudi Media Group. This is Al Khareji. He's the leading man, the owner, of Saudi Media Group. Saudi Media's bid will be sent to Raine before the deadline. They are in good, active dialogue and have been encouraged to proceed. This is from Nizar Kinsella. Nizar is driving this. Nizar is team Saudi Media Group, and then you've got Matt Law, team Todd Boehly, the American consortium. Look, these guys apparently have the biggest bids. And the thing about these guys is, ladies and gentlemen, you can expect very much a situation like, when Roman was our owner, I suppose. These guys do not care about money. They've got a lot of money, and they'll be focused solely on just win right away. They'll be pumping in money. Great case scenario for us, of course, but I do want Chelsea Football Club to be self-sustainable. I hope that they have somewhat of a ideology that, look, we're gonna improve the stadium, and I think they do. There is words that they want to improve the stadium. They want to re-sign Rudiger. I think there's some conversations with Azpilicueta as well. They've got big focus on the women's team because they want to promote that in Saudi Arabia as well. And they're trying their level best to find the link that they're not connected with the Saudi government. At the end of the day, look, I think Chelsea has taken the stance that they don't want to get into all of these political sort of background owners where ultimately you can have a bit of an issue. Obviously, we've seen what has happened with Roman, and Chelsea Football Club simply doesn't want to get into that mess again. And also there's the other scenario, ladies and gentlemen. The Saudi government, bin Salman, they're the heaviest, in terms of investors for Newcastle. So potentially you have that conflict of interest. You can't have someone linked with two clubs. Potentially that's just not acceptable. So Saudi Media Group will have to do their level best to showcase that they're not any way or form linked with the Saudi government. And I think they are doing their level best to do that. So look, this is my first choice. If this happens, good luck to the rival fans out there. Tears will be feasting on their tears. We'll be drinking their tears, ladies and gentlemen. This, ladies and gentlemen, is another bidder and one where it is trending. Do you know what I mean? No to Ricketts is trending. No one wants the Ricketts family, but they, ladies and gentlemen, the Ricketts and Ken Griffin officially submitted their bid. This is via Matt Law as well, but highly controversial, and Chelsea fan base are already creating the hashtag No to Ricketts family, and I'll show you why, and rightly so, to be honest. And it comes from CFC Daily. He's done some amazing research on it, and it's so apparent. It is all over social media, ladies and gentlemen, about the Ricketts family. And it goes something like this. I hope that noise is true, that the players are making noise, and the report is saying one who made that comments is in the bidding process. How about you back away completely? Say no to Go Cubs, go, no room for racism. As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, quite a lot of Muslim players within the Chelsea team. And this was, what CFC Daily tweeted out not that long ago, March 18th, saying, breaking sports mail understands a member of the club's Muslim contingent that includes N'Golo Kante, Antonio Rudiger, Hakim Ziyech, and Malang Sarr would feel uncomfortable should the Ricketts family become Chelsea's new owner. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is what's been found of the Ricketts family. I mean, it's mad how they are even able to bid. We shouldn't even accept their bid, but it is what it is. Things you'll find in Joe Ricketts' leaked emails, anti-Muslims rants, conspiracy theories about Barack Obama, Ricketts laughing at jokes about racial slurs and the deaths of people of color. And there's lots of talk about them, being racial towards Asians as well in general. So it's quite mad. Ricketts family should not be given any opportunity. Simon Phillips, no to Ricketts. This is what Simon Johnson tweeted out not that long ago. I've been told the bid for Chelsea from the Ricketts family, Ken Griffin, is now officially been lodged with the Raine Group this evening. So, look, Simon Phillips as well, no to Ricketts. These guys have a lot of following, over 200K. PYS has about close to 100K. And they're doing their level best to make sure that this hashtag is trending and Chelsea fan base are heard. Okay. Some more madness. Breaking. A John Terry-led True Blue Consortium. This is... Everyone's taking the piss these days, honestly. True Blue Consortium. And then, obviously, Nick Candy has his Blue Football Consortium. John Terry-led True Blue Consortium attempts to secure 10% stake in Chelsea for $250 million. John Terry, calm yourself down. John Terry now wants to have a stake in Chelsea Football Club. Which is quite cute. He's created a consortium with, I don't know who, with a few people, and they've put together $250 million together. Look, obviously that's not going to be enough to own Chelsea Football Club, but 10% stake. The only stake you should be having is, beef steaks. Go out there and have some steak and go out and take care of that, ladies and gentlemen. Do you know what I mean? Have some steak, have some fries, chips, whatnot, have some rice, some boiled veggies, but stay away, John Terry, from all these 10% stake on Chelsea. Come on, man. Focus on your career. Okay. Chelsea Supporters Trust are expected to approach shortlisted bidders and are keen to discuss fans' role in the new ownership. Chelsea fans consider next week to be one of the most important in the club's history. So, look, as I've been saying, a lot of these new, potential owners with their bids, they've been proposing the scenario within their package that fans will be part of the board. And as I said, look, I'm not too bothered about it, but at the end of the day, it's good to have some fan voice. But then how do you choose who are the fans that are going to represent us in the board? What is the process for that? You want to make sure that those fans, not just well-spoken, but their mentality, everything is in sync with how the fans think. Like, you don't want them to then have also issues with the fans in general. So, look, this is an important news. We'll see what happens. I think it's a great approach as well. Let's move on to the next one. New Jersey Devils owner Joshua Harris has made a move for Chelsea ahead of the 9 p.m. deadline. I don't know who these guys are, to be honest, Joshua Harris, but yeah, New Jersey Devils owners. So, as I said, there's close to 30 bidders, ladies and gentlemen. There's a lot of people interested to buy Chelsea Football Club. Woody Johnson launched a $2 billion bid for Chelsea. This is shy of Saudi Media Group's bid, but he believes he can win due to his London links. he's another one where I think the Chelsea fan base are not too keen. Alex Goldberg, as you know, one of the big sort of Chelsea community figurehead, has mentioned that Woody Johnson, they're running some bad franchises in sports in America. So yeah, I don't think this is one that we should be interested about. And then it is well short of Saudi Media Group. Saudi Media is somewhere around 2.5 billion or 2.7 billion, something like that. It is the largest bid out there. That's what's been sort of said out in social media. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. The window for bids to be made to purchase Chelsea has now closed officially, closed about a couple of hours ago. And we shall know very, very soon who is out there. Before we show the final sort of tweet, I want to just see whether anything latest that has popped out. Let's have a look from PYS whilst we've been doing this. If there's been anything latest. 7 minutes ago, Sir Martin Broughton's bid to buy Chelsea has been submitted. There you go. There's another one, Sir Martin Broughton. I think this is a British one as well. So there we go. Yeah. The former British Airways chairman's consortium with World Athletics president and Chelsea fan Lord Sebastian Coe has been lodged with the Raine Group. There you go. Another one coming into the mix. That's the latest one, ladies and gentlemen. And the last but not least, to the rival fans out there, to the rivals out there, look at their saltiness. Look how desperate and jealous they are. Premier League clubs still sore from Newcastle takeover, not ready to give Chelsea much room. If sold too cheaply, seen as anti-competitive. If debts written off, could be cause for points deduction. If buyer too rich, they will complain. Club hasn't been punished. I mean, you can't win. You simply cannot win, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like either way, whatever happens, sorry about that. Whatever happens, looks like the rivals, they're in the mud. If sold too cheaply, seen as anti-competitive. If debt written off, could be cause for points deductions. If buyer too rich, they will complain. Both clubs complain. Club hasn't been punished. I mean, come on, get out of here. This is a bit too crazy. You couldn't do anything about Newcastle. Shouldn't be able to do anything about us. And then, honestly, Crimea River. We've suffered. We've suffered in the last few weeks, a couple of months or so. So, we're a global brand, and we deserve to be bought out by someone, decent enough to take the football club to the next phase. And as I said, Chelsea Football Club is a fantastic institution, gargantuan institution. Ladies and gentlemen, hope you guys have enjoyed this. Smash the like button. Let me know who your favorites are, who you would like to see as the Chelsea owners. If you've enjoyed this, smash the like button. We'll get to know over the next few days who could be the top three sort of bidders and how quickly one can take over. We'll see. Smash the like button. If you're here for the first time, subscribe, hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, take care and see ya.